Hi guys, so I just wanted to share a story about basically the importance of your network. And I think as entrepreneurs, it's something we get told all the time. Networking is key, and there's all these different sayings like your network is your net worth. And I never used to get it really. And actually, I hate networking. You'd think from my personality, that I'm dead outgoing and that, I'm brilliant at networking, but actually, I find it all really awkward and I prefer to sort of get right to the nitty gritty. I don't like small talk at all. I'd rather just get straight to, so are you divorced? Like I want to know the nitty gritty stuff straight away. But anyway, having said that, I joined a mastermind group 4 years ago, and obviously I've been in property now for about 6 years. So I was only, just getting into the rhythm of property, and every month a different person gets asked to stand up and basically tell their story. And what had actually happened to me just a few days before is I had a bungalow that we were flipping, and it had sold. Well, it had an offer accepted on it, so it was all going through. All the legals were progressing. And the estate agent went round to do a second viewing with the buyer so they could, measure up and get the sofas and all that kind of stuff. And when the agent opened the door and went in the property had been broken into and vandalised. Now, when I say vandalised, I mean literally someone had gone in with a hammer and just smashed the place up. So the kitchen was smashed. They'd got, I think it's called bitumen, I don't know, this thick, horrible, nasty black paint stuff, and poured it down the bath, poured it down the sink, chucked it up the walls. It was a really, really horrible, horrible thing. Nothing had been taken. It was just an act of real nastiness, to be honest with you. So when it was my month to speak, this had happened. But not only that, I was doing the deal with a joint venture partner, and I'd left him in charge of everything to do with money and insurance and stuff, and he'd actually got the wrong insurance. Because just take note of this, if when you're flipping, you need to make sure that the insurance covers you for the property being empty for a certain amount of time, and he hadn't got the right insurance, which meant we had no insurance. So the property being broken into, vandalised, we obviously lost the sale because they're not going to buy a property like that, and then the insurance wouldn't pay out. So I was, as you can imagine, really distressed. So I remember sort of the lead up to it and sat there and my heart was pounding and I was thinking, what am I going to say to these people? And I didn't know what I was going to say, but I just knew that I had to be honest, and I had to sort of just tell the truth and say I'm not actually having a great time, and I was having a nightmare with builders, and it was just an awful time, to be honest. I think people look at your end journey, not that this is the end for me, but they say, oh, you've got loads of houses and you're financially free, and they don't realise all the little things you've had to go through to actually get that end result, which, it looks so easy, but I've been through some, really stressful things. I basically stood up and I cried. I just couldn't, I was really emotional and said, I've got a bungalow that's sat there needing, a full refurb again. The insurance haven't paid out. Just, my falling out with my builders, which, I can't accuse anyone, but I'm pretty sure I know who did it. And just actually, while we're touching on this, that's my biggest mistake I've ever made in property, is letting people into my business that I knew with my gut were wrong. So I think with what I used to do, and I don't do it anymore, but when I started, I was so naive, I was so gullible, and I was so trusting of people that I would trust builders even though I had a gut instinct that they were wrong, because I was just too lazy to find better. I would just sort of settle and think, oh well, tick, that's a job done, tick, builders, rather than going, oh, it doesn't feel right, and then back on the search. I was too lazy, so I'd just go, oh no, it'll be fine, my gut instinct's wrong, and your gut is never wrong. So that's the biggest learning curve I've had in property, is trusting your gut and not settling and not being lazy, just knowing that if they're not right, to keep searching, because there are amazing people out there, and the builders I've got now are absolutely phenomenal. We've done over 20 property deals together, and I just absolutely love them to bits. So anyway, I stood up, told my story, cried. It was all quite miserable, to be honest. And then basically, to cut a very long story short, a lovely guy called Mark messaged me that night and said, listen, we'll do the work together, we're gonna sort this. And I was like, Mark, what are you talking about? I've never picked up a tool in my life. And he was like, listen to me, we'll do it. So we went up together at night, and he was measuring and everything. He said, yeah, we can do this. And I was thinking, God, you're mental, because I'm really not, I'm not a handy type of girl. But anyway, we had the day set. A few days later, we were going to go and spend a week there, and I was just trusting him, going, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, we'll do it. So I pick him up, 6:30 in the morning, and it's an hour and a half away, and we drive there, and we turn up, and I'm thinking nothing, I've got no makeup on, feeling really sorry for myself. Turn up to the address, just as I'm about to walk in, all of a sudden all these people jump out and go, surprise! And all, I would say 70% of the people at that meeting had surprised me. They'd all set up a secret group, they'd put money in to pay for materials, they're driven from all over the country, and basically they spent 2 days putting that bungalow right, and we did it together. It's just the most amazing act of kindness that I've ever experienced. And you don't expect these things to happen, and I just, it never in a million years did I think that anyone would ever be that kind to organise it, and for everyone to be on board and go, what a great idea, let's all just stop what we're doing and let's all travel and put our money in it. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, we turned it around in 2 days. We put it back on the market, sold it, and when I told the agent what happened, she was like close to tears, and she said, I've never heard a story like that where people come together in such a way, and just absolutely gorgeous. So she was like close to tears, and I said, do you know what, whoever buys this bungalow, they are buying somewhere that is so full of love, because all of that love that went into that bungalow from all of my friends is just incredible. So the point is, basically, you just don't realise when you need your network, and you don't realise the power of having good people around you, the power of protecting your business and making sure you're not settling for arseholes, because it's just negativity. Make sure that you surround yourself with good people, and that you go to these, join mastermind groups and network, and you surround yourself with positive people that are going places that can, celebrate your successes, but also pick you up when you have a little fall, because it happens to all of us. And I'd say it was such a pinnacle moment for me, just to see that strength and unity between us. So if anything has ever happened like that to you, please share your story, and I'd love to see the comments. So if anything's happened like that, please comment and let me know, because it's just spreading that positivity and that love. So have a great day, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.